All right, so I watched a movie last night that everybody has to watch. It's an assignment that you have to watch. And the movie is called I Can Only Imagine. And if you have not seen it yet, oh my gosh, is all I'm going to tell you. It is one of the most inspiring movies that I've watched in a long time. And there's a quote, and hopefully my phone's not dead. I didn't charge my phone died on me, darn it. So I didn't charge my phone last night. I went to bed and forgot to put it on the charger. But I got to read this quote to you guys because it's just relevant to our training this morning. I can only, and it's the quote of the movie, so I know that it'll come right up. So I can only imagine. So the story is, you guys have probably heard the song I Can Only Imagine, and it's the number one Christian song of all times, but it crossed over into regular music as well. And it's the story behind how he wrote those lyrics. And I'm telling you guys, it is just incredible. Let's see if I can find that quote here real quickly. I had it on my phone and then it died on me. Let's see here. Yeah, it did. I didn't charge it last night. Let's see. Oh, now I can't find it, honey. You got to find it for me. It's about pain. I can only imagine pain quote. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine pain quote. I'll find it here. I got to find it. I got to read it to you because it was so good. Let's see here. Here it is. It says, let that pain become your inspiration. Then you'll have something people can believe in. And you know what? I was thinking about that. And you know what? Sometimes we talk a lot about your why and your vision, and we'll talk about that a little bit today on our Getting Started training. And yeah, we talk about dreams and goals and all of that, but I look back on my journey and I think, yeah, I mean, I wanted to have more and better and improve my circumstances and freedom, and all of those things were part of my motivation and my journey. But honestly, it was my pain that motivated me to take action. It really was my pain. It was my, I remember distinctly, living in Utah, and it was probably 2008, 2009. It's wintertime. We've got no heat because my gas was shut off because I couldn't afford to pay my gas bill. It was like my electric bill would get shut off, and then I'd scramble and get all the money back on, and then they'd want an extra deposit. So I'd get the electric turned back on, and then my gas would get shut off. And so then, now I don't have any money to get my gas shut down. We just had our car repossessed. Literally at one point, Summer, you probably remember this. Summer's just hanging out over here. We were hiding our car in our neighbor's garage because we didn't want our only car that we had left to be repossessed. I don't know if anyone's ever been there before. We had a code at our house, you guys, where when somebody knocked on the door, our kids knew to freeze and be quiet because we didn't want anybody to know we were home because we knew it was probably a debt collector. And this was the peak for me of when we lost everything, right? Everything came crashing down for us. I broke my knee that same year, anything possible that you could imagine that would go wrong. I actually broke my knee twice that year. And so here I am laying in bed, and, I just remember thinking, I've got these children that I've got to take care of. And right now I've got no heat. It's the middle of the winter. It's cold. And Summer and I are laying in bed, cuddled up with my kids to keep them warm. And you know what, guys, that was my motivation. That was I have to do this. I can't just coast in this business. I don't have the luxury to, dip my toe in the water here. I have to go all in. This is all I have. We lost our business. I didn't have a college degree. So any jobs that I really wanted that could support my family at that time required a college degree. And here I had this little network marketing business that I've been dabbling with for a couple of years. And, at some points it made a few $1,000s a month, and others maybe, $100 a month. But that was it for me. And so that pain of losing everything, that pain of looking at my kids and wondering, I remember distinctly calling my mom and dad when I was 30 years old. I'm 41 now. So this is only 11 years ago. And calling my mom and saying, can you order us a pizza because I can't afford to feed the kids tonight? That's where I was, you guys, when I started in network marketing, when I really decided to go all in. So, I share that with you because I'm watching this movie last night, and he just says, let your pain be the source of motivation. And I thought, we talk a lot in our trainings about your why. And we always talk about goals and dreams and where do you want to be and what's your motivation. But you know what? I was thinking about it, and it's like sometimes it's your pain that's the greatest source of motivation to get you to take action. So I would ask you to think about that today as we talk about your why. Like what pains do you have in your life? What frustrations? Is it financial? Do you go to bed at night with just constant worry and stress as you put your head on the pillow and think, how am I going to pay for this? Or do you stress that maybe as you're getting into your retirement years that you don't have the savings that you should? Does it bother you that you can't help family members or make a difference in the way that you would like to? Incorporate that into your why, right? Because your why is really what's going to motivate you to take that action at the end of the day. And I think that our pain is equally important, if not more important in some cases than that long-term financial freedom goal and that financial freedom dream. So anyways, I was just a thought I wanted to share with you guys as I watched this movie last night. And after you watch it, you got to tell me what you think of it, because it's just so inspirational. I mean, I'm telling you, it was good stuff. So anyways, I'm going to start off today. I like to change it up a little bit each Saturday. But at the same time, we are going to lay out the 30-day game plan. But I'm going to give you a couple of C's that you need to focus on in your business first. We'll call this the 6 or 7 C's to success in your business that you are going to need. It's absolutely essential. These things are required if you want to be successful in network marketing, okay? So the first one is the commitment, right? The commitment side. You got to make a commitment no matter what. You got to make a commitment to go all in. When I was laying there with my kids in bed, no heat, I made a mental decision that day that I'm going all in, that I'm going to stop dabbling, that I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to, step outside of my comfort zone, willing to work weekends. I'm willing to do whatever it takes, as long as it takes to get my family out of this situation. So you have to make that commitment. Like, we're all busy, right? Everybody's got things that are going on in their life. But the moment that you make a commitment or make a decision, it's amazing how the world starts to shift and how things start to conspire. The world starts to conspire to put the right people, the right circumstances, the right mentors, the right leaders, the right opportunities in front of you to be able to accomplish your goals and dreams, right? And so commitment is so, so important. You got to make that decision. And some of you are in the business, like you signed the contract, but you haven't really made that all-in mental commitment yet. And so I challenge you to do that. And when I say all in, I'm not talking about a time commitment. Like, you can be all in and work the business 5 hours a week, but it's what do you do in those 5 hours and how intense and focused you are and deliberate and on purpose and all of those things. And so number 1 is commitment. Number 2 is consistency, right? Consistency. You'll never change your life until you change something that you do daily. You'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. Think about that. What you think about, like health, working out, right? So I started, I used to own health clubs. So I used to be in pretty good shape. Health was my life, and I got burnt out on it after a while. And so we ended up selling our gym business, and slowly but surely, I started to acquire #the dad bod. That was, and it was, and I got to start a t-shirt company. This is dad bod. So over time, like it didn't happen like suddenly, even at my 30, I was still in pretty good shape. 35, I was in really good shape still. I still stayed in the gym. And even if I got out of shape, I could bounce back into shape pretty quickly. And then all of a sudden, like 39 and 40 hit me. And it was like, I couldn't bounce back anymore, like as quickly. It was like, I'd go to the gym and I'd be like, okay, 4 weeks in the gym and I'll be right back. And all of a sudden it just wasn't happening. And it was like, now all of a sudden diet became like the central focus and everything changed, once I hit 40 years old. And I realized that it's not one of those quick fixes anymore, and that it really does have to become truly part of your lifestyle. And so, I've started and stopped over the last couple of years, probably 3 or 4 times. And, I'll get in and start to get to the point where I start to feel it and see it. And then something happens. I start traveling internationally or I get sick, but I've been back into the gym now for over 3 months. I think I'm probably in my 4th month. I made some conscious decisions to change the way that I eat, how much that I eat at one time. I still eat what I want certain times. I kind of loosen up on the weekends, but for the most part during the week, I'm pretty on point. And I'm sharing all of this with you because I changed those habits about 3 or 4 months ago, and I'm just starting to see the results today. Like, it's just now all of a sudden my shirts are fitting a little bit differently. I'm in the gym 3 or 4 times a week now. I look forward to it. When I'm not in the gym, it totally like messes with my mental sanity. And it's become part of my routine again. And I'm thankful for that, but it's not going to happen just because I decided all of a sudden I want to go back to the gym in that first week or second week or third week or fourth. It takes about 90 days. And that's the most brutal 90 days because, you know, I'm the one of those guys. I don't know about you guys, but I go to the gym and I work out once and I come home and I just look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I don't see any changes. Like, I don't notice any different. I ate a salad today. Shouldn't I have lost some weight? So it doesn't work that way. It takes time. It takes consistency. Okay. In this business, it's you know, you got to do a few simple things every day over a long enough period of time, period. That's how it works. Number 3, confidence. Okay. Confidence. You got to have confidence. You got to be, you know, I was talking a lot about this on the VIP training yesterday. Hopefully you guys are subscribed to the VIP call and you're getting a lot out of that particular program. Confidence is one of those things where you know the value that you bring to the table. Confidence is posture. Confidence is thinking about not just where you'll be in a year, 2 years from now with this business, but how you'll feel about where you are. So it's not just, yeah, I'm going to be making X amount of dollars per month, but it's, hey, if I were making an extra 10 grand a month residual income, how would I feel? How would I walk? How would I talk? You know, what will my body language look like? How would I act? Would I be as needy with prospects, or would I be a little bit more poised? You know, would I, you know, have a different level of confidence about the business? And how, here's the thing, you got to adopt that now. It's one of those things that you have to realize what comes first. It's the, you know, the cart or the horse. Well, confidence is one of those things that you have to adopt. And it's also one of the most attractive qualities on the planet, because when you have a big vision, and I'm talking about, you've really thought about where you're going to be in 1 year or 2 years, and you can start to articulate it to others, that big vision, that conversation that you have, that is what's going to attract people to your cause. And it comes back to, look, I know where I'm going. Guys, you couldn't convince me that 1 to 2 years from now that I'm not going to hit a 7-figure income here at this company, at Kuvera. You couldn't convince me that we're not going to have an global organization around the world. You couldn't convince me that we're not going to help tens of thousands of people. Like, you couldn't convince me of that. I know it. Like, I just know. And the people that choose to lock arms with me today are going to benefit tremendously from those future efforts if they choose to take action. I just know it. And it's that confidence that attracts people. So confidence is really important. The 4th one is connecting with others. Connecting with others. You know, if you want to build a massive distributorship, sorry, I'm dropping my pen here. If you want to build a massive distributorship, you better learn how to build a friendship first. You want to build a massive distributorship, you better learn how to build a friendship first. It's all about learning to connect and add value in other people's lives. You know, you've got to, connecting is the key to building true relationships, and relationships are the key to this business, right? Without relationships, without connecting, without, you know, you can never have enough friendships. Without friendships, you're bankrupt. You know, I always say oh, there's another one I got to add with credibility. That's another one I want to add. So anyways, you've got it. Connecting is very, very important. You've got to learn to connect with others, ask questions, you know, build relationships wherever you go. The next one that I would say is community. Community is so crucial in this business. Community is staying plugged in, right? Staying plugged into what we're doing, getting on these calls, making it a point to support the speakers throughout the week when they are presenting, going to the events, right? Because as you know, there's a saying, when community and culture align, when momentum occurs. When community and culture align, momentum occurs. And the number one way to grow an organization, if you guys really want to build a massive organization that spans the globe, here's one of the secrets. The number one way to build an organization is to build the people in that organization. And so community is very, very important when it comes to team building and getting people, not only just for you to stay plugged in, but to bring people into your community. Like, you've got to make sure that people understand how important it is that they're getting on these calls, how important it is that they're showing up, because those that show up move up in this business. Those that show up move up in this business. The 6th one, I would say, is character. Okay. The sixth is character. Character is important because without integrity, you have nothing. Like, you have nothing. Character is everything in this industry. And we've seen a lot of leaders in this industry, some of us that have been around for a long time. We've seen a lot of leaders that have abused their, abused their character and their integrity. And unfortunately, once you do that, it's very, very difficult to build anything in this business. So you got to do what you say you're going to do, right? If you say you're going to do something, do it. Never deviate from that standard. The next one is credibility. You got to have credibility, right? Credibility is the key to this business. You always hear me say, with credibility, you have solvency. Without it, you're bankrupt. And where does credibility come from? It comes from doing the things that you say you're going to do, plugging in and progressing through the compensation plan, right? As I start to progress through the compensation plan, if I'm following the proven plan of success, I'm launching my business. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do in the first 72 hours. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do within the first 7 days. And as a result of doing what I'm supposed to do, I rank advance. I hit generator. And then what happens? I get a little bit of credibility because I rank advanced. And then I do what I'm supposed to do over the next 30 days. And then what happens? I hit builder. And that means I get a little bit more credibility. And as you continue to build credibility, people start to pay more and more attention to you. And the higher you climb, the more credibility you have, the more that people want to be a part of your organization. So just know that credibility is going to be equally important when it comes to building your business. So there's 7 C's to success. These are 7 things that you need, or 7 C's to success, you can call it, that are required if you want to be successful. Got a little, let me mute out here real quick. I'm getting a little bit of background noise. 1 second here, mute all. All right, everybody's muted. So now that we've got that going, let's jump into the 30-day proven plan of success, okay? So first of all, number 1, we've talked a lot already about your why. That's something that you really need to get in touch with, not just where you want to go, but ultimately the pain, the source of motivation that's going to keep you to keep moving forward. I encourage you to get very, very clear on that, get very clear on what it is that you want. You guys have heard me say, and we've even shared the training on some of these calls before, people don't buy what you do, they buy what you do it, or why you do it. So if you haven't watched The Golden Circle by Simon Sinek on YouTube, definitely Google that and watch it. It's called The Golden Circle, and it's fantastic. So plan of action. Plan of action. Let's talk about the first 72 hours, okay? You come on board the business, you're new, or you've been in the business for the last couple of months, but you haven't made that commitment yet, and you know what? You're ready to make that commitment. Let's talk about what you need to do over the next 72 hours, okay? First thing that you need to do is you need to make a names list, okay? You need to make a names list, and this names list can't be a names list that is just in your head. It can't be a names list that is on, in your phone. It needs to be a names list that you've actually taken the time to get it out of your phone, out of your head, on paper. Yesterday we talked about a lottery ticket, and this is kind of what most people do in network marketing. It's like they join the business and they look at the business as a lottery ticket, and on that lottery ticket, it's got maybe 5 scratch-offs, right? 5 chances to win. And in their mind, most posers of network marketing are thinking, okay, if I call my friend Joey and my sister and my brother and my best friend and my mom, and you know what, if I could just get them in the business, I'll be successful. So what do? They reach out to the first friend, and it's kind of like scratching off, right? They scratch off the first one to see if they win, and oh no, they didn't win. That person says, no thanks, I'm not interested in the business, but thanks for offering it to me, just not for me. So you're thinking, okay, that's okay. I've still got 4 more chances to win. So then they reach out to their sister, and the sister says, you know what, I'm not interested. I'm too busy right now. And they're thinking, okay, I was thinking that you'd be interested, but all right, I've still got 3 chances to win here. So then they go out and they reach out to their best friend, and the best friend says, you know what, I just don't have any money. I don't have any money right now. So then they're like, oh, okay. So now they're thinking, oh my gosh, like I've only got 1 chance left to win, Dave. Like if I don't get, if you're not coming on board here, I'm done. Or it's like, this is mom, right? It's like, come on, mom, you got to help me out here. If you don't come on board, like I'm done. So what happens? They reach out to mom. Mom says, those things are scams. That's a scam. I can't believe you're even a part of that. Cryptocurrency, by the way, mom doesn't know anything about cryptocurrency, but all of a sudden overnight, she's become an expert in cryptocurrency, and she's now an armchair scholar in cryptocurrency. And she says, no, those things, that's a scam. And so guess what? All of a sudden, all of your scratch tickets, you didn't win anything on that scratch ticket. So what do most people do with a scratch ticket? When you buy a scratch ticket, you scratch everything off and you don't win. What do you do with it? You throw it away, right? You just throw it away. You toss it in the garbage. You didn't win anything. That's what most people do with network marketing. They reach out to 5 friends, 5 people, and then here's what they say. I talk to everybody that I know. Like, I talk to everyone. Like, and nobody's interested in my business. Everybody that I know is broke. Everybody that I know is, no one's interested in cryptocurrency. This thing sucks. I'm not doing this business anymore, right? And then not only do they not, now they're not out of the business, but now they're like mad. Now they're like going around like their purpose in life is to tell other people that network marketing doesn't work, right? That's what they do. So what you have to understand is you got to have a names list, because here's the thing. For every 100 oysters, there's 3 pearls. For every 100 oysters, there's 3 pearls. So if you put 5 people in process, you going to find a pearl? Probably not. You might get lucky. You may get lucky, but chances are not really. It's going to take some time. Now, if I commit to a plan that puts 3 to 5 people in a month consistently, guess what? Over the next 1 to 2 years, I'll have those 100 people that I put into the business. Not just head down, doing the same simple things every single day, focusing on 3 to 5 people a month. I'll show you a strategy that'll get you there. And within 2 years, you'll have 100 people. And guess what? You'll have 3 oysters, and those 3 oysters will probably have been responsible for bringing you to a 6-figure income. That's how it works. So you got to have a names list. You can't prejudge anybody. You cannot prejudge anybody. For 2 years, I said no. 2 years. I said no. And then finally one day I was like, I got to do something, and I'm ready to look. So you just can't prejudge anybody. You just have to know what your responsibility is. Your main responsibility as a network marketer, there's 3 things. Okay? The first thing is to notify people of what you're up to. Notify people of what you're up to, and I'll add to that, invite them to take a closer look. Hey, listen, Shemaine just recently started business, and I'm super excited about it. I wanted to let you know about it. Really respected you, and I'd really appreciate it if you'd take a closer look and just give me your opinion. You willing to check it out? Hey, listen, Mike, just launched a business. Super excited about it. It's in the cryptocurrency space. And you know what? I think that you and I could really do something special together. If I sent you a link, would you watch it? Let me know what you think. Mike says, yeah, he's going to watch it. You know, Dave, listen, I recently came across a business that I'm super excited about. In fact, it's keeping me up at night. I'm so excited about it. I think that you and we could make some serious money together. If I sent you a link, will you watch it? Let me know what you think. Is this complicated, guys? Is that complicated? Like, that's it. I'm just notifying you what I'm up to. Now, I didn't say, hey, Dave, listen, just join this business called crypto in a cryptocurrency space, and the company's called Kuvera, and you know what? They're 5 years old. They're a publicly traded company. They're the only publicly traded company in North America. And you know what? They offer Forex solutions, and they offer cryptocurrency solutions, and they offer mining solutions. And you know what? We don't do mining pools. And you know what? We don't offer guarantees, because guarantees are illegal. And you know what, Dave? Listen, if you get in now, because the timing, and they just launched, they just changed it, blah, 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 right? I'm not doing that. See, some of you guys are given the presentation during the invitation, and people are going, whoa, slow down. I'm not interested. Form an opinion without knowing all the facts. This is one of those things. I'm not interested. It's not what I did. What I did is I said, hey, Candace, listen. I've always respected you, and you've always been wildly successful. Look, I just got involved in a business, and you know what? I think that this business is going to take my family to the moon. I think this business is going to set me free in the next 1 to 2 years. And you know what? I'd feel terrible if I didn't take you with me. I'd feel terrible if you didn't at least look at this and tell me whether it was for you or not. If I sent you a link, will you at least just check it out and let me know what you think? Doesn't matter if you join or not, but it does matter to me you take a look, because again, I couldn't live with myself if a year from now you came back and said, why didn't you tell me about this when it was happening? You willing to watch? Willing to look at it? So again, all I'm doing is notifying people and inviting them of what I'm up to. Now, guess what? For those that are interested in taking a look, I'm going to educate them. I'm going to educate them. I'm going to take them through a process of education. That's what we do. We're teachers. We're not like salespeople. We're just teachers. So how do I educate them? I have a marketing funnel that looks like this. The first exposure is always the conversation. Okay? The first exposure is always the conversation. Hey, Robert, super excited about a business, just got started in cryptocurrency, it's hot. I really think you should take a look at this. This is something you're going to want to see. If I send you a presentation, will you watch it? Yeah, I'd be willing to take a look at it. Cool. Do you know anything about crypto mining, Robert? Robert says, not really. Okay, cool. I'm going to send you a 4-minute video that just kind of explains a little bit about how crypto mining works. If I send it over, will you watch it? Let me know what you think. Yeah, sure. I'll check it out. Boom. Send him the 4-minute video. Follow up a day later. Hey, listen, Robert, did you get a chance to watch that 4-minute video I sent you? What'd you like best? Well, it seems kind of interesting, but I, don't really understand crypto, don't really understand it. Well, listen, there's this educational seminar that's happening tomorrow night. My friend Travis is hosting it. He teaches people around the world about crypto and how to profit from it. And he's just going to go over where it all started and how it's impacting the world, how people are making money in this space. I thought you might be interested in listening in. If I send you a link, would you check it out? Yeah, I'll check it out. Cool. Boom. Another exposure. 30-minute presentation. Next one. Did you watch that 30-minute presentation, Robert? Yeah, I did. Cool. Listen, hey, the people that usually go to those presentations fall into one of 3 categories. The first category is they understand that knowledge is currency and they want to start learning how to trade crypto and Forex. They want to, opt into these trade alerts that are coming from these experts, and they want to participate in this auto trader on the Forex side of things. And so, we've got a program called the All Impact, $199 for coaching. And you know what? Just the trade alerts alone, if you execute them, is going to far out earn what you're paying for the education. So that's category 1. Category 2 are the people that want to put their money to work for them. This mining thing is phenomenal if you truly understand it. And finally, there's those that really want to build the business. They realize that getting in early on this whole decentralization of currency thing could really lead to a very lucrative business. Which one do you think that you would fall into? Robert says, well, I'm kind of want to know more about the mining. Cool. You know what? But he says, I have some questions. I say, okay, cool. Let's do this. You know what? I want to introduce you to my my mentor, my upline. I want to introduce you to Jo Bell. She's an expert. She's been doing this longer than I have. And you know what? She knows all of the facts when it comes to the mining. And you know what? I actually told her a little bit about you. And she said she'd love to say hello and meet you. Would it be cool if I could get her on the line in the next hour or what's your availability today? Tonight? Okay, cool. Let me text her, see what her availability is. Let's all come together and we'll just take you through some different scenarios. Does that sound good to you? So now, boom, we do a 3-way call. Why do I do a 3-way call? Because it brings in somebody else into the equation, that third-party validation, and it's a critical step in this business. Just having somebody else go, yeah, I'm doing it and it works. This is working for me. And I'll share another little secret with you. When it comes to duplication, not everybody can be an expert and give great presentations and all of these things, but everybody can say, hey, watch this presentation, and hey, let me introduce you to my friend Joe. Right? From a duplication standpoint, that's what duplicates. So guess what happens? Now I've had 1, 2, 3, 4 exposures, and guess what? They're ready to give me a decision. That's the key to that's what you do in this business right there. Now, if you notice, sometimes I don't use the 4-minute presentation. It just depends on the scenario, right? Like if somebody's like really interested, I might bypass the 4 minutes. If they're casually interested or know nothing about crypto, I might use the 4-minute. Now, some of you are saying, what's the 4-minute video? It's the Golden Goose video that's on our Vimeo channel. You just type in Kuvera Vimeo channel in Google, and all of our videos will come up, or I think it's probably in your back office too. It's just a 4-minute video that talks about the golden goose. Would you rather have the egg or the golden goose? So you decide, where you want to start, but it all starts with a conversation, you guys. If you're not having conversations, you're dead in the water. If you're not having conversations and you can't learn how to get someone to look at your presentation, you're dead in the water. So we gave you some resources, some golden resources 2 weeks ago, texting scripts that you can use to start these conversations. And I was pleased to see a few of you start to use these, and every single one of you that are using them are having great success, but I'd like to see more of you using them. Because when you start using them, you're going to realize how easy this is. I had 10 minutes to prospect the other day. 10 minutes, that's all I had. And I put 5 people in process. 5 people agreed to say yes by me just sending 5 text messages. And I screenshot every one of those, and I posted them on the thread and our team page for you. Tiffany did the same thing. And you guys can see, first of all, you can read all of the different options there that I posted, and then you can see in action people using those. And I want you guys to keep doing that. I want you to challenge yourself, because here's why. Texting's easier than calling. If you text 10 people, you're going to be in front of 80% of them within 30 minutes. If you call 10 people, you might get 1 or 2 on the phone. So texting is how you lead to conversations. And those conversations, a lot of people don't realize, they think, oh, I don't have a boss in network marketing. Your boss is your calendar, right? That's your boss. So what you need to do is you need to start using texting, right, to fill this calendar. So I might text, Colleen and say, hey, Colleen, listen, are you available this week? I'd love to buy you a cup of coffee. I've got an idea that I want to run by you. Could you guys all do that? Listen, drop an I in the comments section if you could text that to 5 people this week and set 5 appointments this week. Hey, I have an idea that I want to run by you. Are you open for coffee this week? Drop me an I in the comments section if you could do that to 5 people. Tell me if you could do it. Will you do it? It's a totally different scenario, but I want to know, could you do it or not? Drop an I if you could do that. Michael says he could do it. Candace says, Robert says that. Joe Bell says that. Shanae says that. Neil says that. Okay, so listen. That's 50 appointments with just the amount of people that just said I right there. Just this week, 50 appointments. Now, the appointment, it doesn't have to be you're going in to see. This is the thing. Some of you guys have this block that you think, oh, by going for an appointment, I might face rejection. No, you're just going to have a conversation. Catch up. How you doing? How's life been? It's been a while since we've been together. What are you up to? What are you doing for work? Do you enjoy what you do? What's your favorite thing about it? What's your least favorite thing about it? And then they're going to reciprocate. The law of reciprocity states they're going to ask you the same questions. You're going to let them know, I've recently got involved in a new business that I'm super excited about. That's why I invited you here today. Wanted to share a little bit about it. What do you know about cryptocurrency? And that conversation could lead to you just sharing a 4-minute video or a 30-minute presentation. But you know what? Here's the thing. If you don't have that conversation, you'll never get to this point. The conversation is the gateway. So what's the key to being successful in sponsoring 10 people this month, which every one of you could do if you really made the commitment that we talked about? Having more conversations. So how do I do that? I make it a point to set some appointments this week. So if it were me and I want to start having more conversations, I'm going to use today to start sending text messages out. Hey, Robert, listen, I would love to buy you a cup of coffee this week. I just recently started a business and I really respect you. I'd love to get your opinion about it. Doesn't matter if you choose to get involved or not, but are you open to having a cup of coffee this week? That's it. Robert says, yeah, he's up for the coffee. We're just catching up. We're old friends. So what do? I put him on. Okay, what day is good for you? Thursday, perfect. Boom, got an appointment. Texting for appointments. So start using those, you guys. It's just conversations. Conversations lead to invitations, which lead to education, which leads to following up, which leads to collecting decisions. But if you're not having conversations, you're dead. Got to have more conversations. Okay? So now, we notify, we educate, and we collect decisions. That's it. Notify, educate, collect decisions. That's your job as a network marketer. Hey, this is what I'm up to. Want to invite you to take a closer look. You open to hopping on a 30-minute presentation to learn a little bit more? That's it. But it all starts with a conversation. The conversation is the gateway. So going back to our list of things that we are in the first 72 hours, I know I just kind of deviated a little bit, but I wanted to elaborate a little bit on that. So going back to those first 72 hours. Hang on a second. I lost my notes here. I'll just shoot. So that's number 1. So number 2 is once you've identified your list, you need to identify your top 20. Okay? Who's your top 20? Talking about your friends and family members and the influencers. Okay, friends and family members. If you're afraid to approach your friends and family members, then that means you haven't recruited the most important person yet in the business. You want to know who it is? You. If you haven't recruited, you have to recruit yourself first. You have to recruit you before you can recruit anybody else. So if you're afraid to approach your friends and family members, you haven't recruited number 1 yet. It comes back to going all in. Because if you are all in, you're going to want to at least notify them of what you're up to and invite them to take a closer look. Doesn't matter if they choose to join or not, but you got to at least invite them to take a closer look. So again, top 20 friends and family members and the top most influential people you know. Listen, there's a secret to success in growing your business faster in network marketing, and that is recruiting up, recruiting influencers. Why? Because people of influence are people that typically are willing to look at opportunities. They have multiple streams of income. They're movers and shakers. It's the reason they are who they are. So you need to think of who are the 10 most successful people you know. And you need to dismiss or You need to marry the process and divorce the result. You need to separate yourself emotionally from the outcome. Some of you are saying, I don't want to approach them because what are they going to think of me if I'm doing this business? Well, here's the thing. I want you to realize this. They're probably not thinking much of you now anyways. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. The truth is people are so focused in on their own stuff. They're not thinking about you and what you're doing. And the reality is, you know, when I first got into network marketing, I did face a lot of that ridicule from friends. But you know what? Over the last 10 years, every one of those people that ridiculed me has now come back to me at some point saying, okay, you got to tell me how you do what you do. So the price that you will have to pay for success in network marketing, this is the price. You want to know what the price is? You'll have to deal with, you'll have to be able to put up with ignorance from small-minded people. That's the price. The price that you'll have to pay is that you'll have to put up with ignorance from small-minded people for a little while, just for a little while, until you have success. And then all of a sudden it's like, you know, in the beginning it's like, oh, look at what he's doing. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden you hit a certain level and then they're like, wow, look at what he's done. Look at what she's done. It's funny how it works. So you just have to, you know, it's funny how, you know, when you start to, when you don't care anymore about what people think about you, when you truly let go, it's amazing how all of a sudden you start to gain people's respect because you've let go. And all of a sudden they start to respect you because you chose to go do that thing that you were after. So don't worry about what people are going to think about you, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. What matters is you, your goals, your dreams, your family. That's what matters. That's what matters. So you got to get past that. Top 20. So we're still in the first 72 hours. Once we've done that, you are going to start having conversations with those 20, and you're going to do it either with two ways. You're going to do it with our texting scripts that I have posted, or you're going to download the Eric Worre scripts that are under files in our group. You're going to download the Eric Worre scripts that are under files in our group, and you are going to put those 20 people in process in the next 72 hours. And if you're nervous or if you don't feel like you know how to do it, get on the phone with your upline and practice with them. But I promise you that if you just follow the scripts that we've given you, do not deviate at all. If you follow those 8 steps to proper contacting and inviting in the files and the Eric Worre scripts that we've given you, you cannot fail. You can't. Like it's a very simple process, but you've got to get those 20 people in process right away. Why? Because our goal, that's the first 72 hours, okay? Because our goal in the first week is to get you to generator, okay? Some of you guys are letting yourself off of the hook. You're not really putting enough pressure on yourselves. You're not really, like when I launch my business, I pick a rank and say, I have to hit that. Like there's no option not to hit it. Like for me, if I'm launching and I'm brand new, getting these 3 is not, it's not like a passive goal. It's like, this has to happen. Like I have to get 3 people in the next 7 days. How am I going to do it? Well, if I follow the proven plan of success and put 20 people in process, I'll find those 3. But it's even more than that. It's a sense of urgency. It's a look, I've only got 3 positions. Everybody's going to go below those positions. It's me calling those top friends and family members first and saying, listen, I need you to know something, Mike. Mike's my brother. Hey, Mike, look, I'm launching a new business. This is going to be the biggest thing that I've ever built before. You know, I've got no reason to believe why in the next 1 to 2 years, this isn't going to set my family free. And you know what? I have 3 positions that literally will sit on top of everything that I'm going to do to have your name on one of those positions. It's $269. I need to know right now if you're in or you're out. Tell me yes, tell me no, tell me fast, because I got to go. I got 10 more people that I'm calling in the next hour. That's confidence. That's like, well, what is it? Tell me more. Look, I don't even have time to answer all the questions right now because this thing's really taking off. I just need to know if you want one of those positions because they'll probably be gone by 5 o'clock today. If you really need to see what this is, I can send you a 30-minute presentation. And you know what? Text me as soon as you've watched it, and I'll try and get back to you. I got to go on to the next person. I got another call scheduled here in about 5 minutes. I just wanted to give you the opportunity to have that position. He's going, well, wait, I don't want to miss out on that, right? That's fear of loss. That's sense of urgency. That's posture. That's moxie. That's confidence, right? So get those 3 things filled out. It shouldn't even take 7 days. If you really, really apply, make that decision that you're going all in and you know where you're going, you're telling that big vision to those people that are closest to you and saying, look, this ship's leaving. I got 3 seats. 3 seats. We're going to the moon. Do you want one of them or not? Yes or no? Because this is going to be a big deal. So now, if you want to go the slow route, Go put 20 people in process. By the end of the week, you'll have 3 people that are ready to go. That's fine too. There's fast, there's slow. You decide which route that you want to go, but get that done. That's the first week. Second thing that I would do in the first 7 days is I would encourage you to upgrade to an all-in pack. Now, I know some of you are saying, oh, okay, this is just more money. They're trying, I want you to really hear me out on this. An all-in pack represents a commitment. A commitment is required to be successful in this business. I believe that for you to be successful in this business, your products have to become part of your environment. Your products have to become part of your everyday environment. What do I mean by that? That means I need to be familiar with the Forex program. Even if I'm not trading, I need to at least be familiar with it, competent about it, be able to talk to a prospect about it. I need to be competent enough and able to talk about the Crypto One and speak from experience and say, you know, I'm getting these trade alerts, and you know what? Look, I made 41% on the last trade. Does the mining work? Yeah, it does. Look at my phone. Let me show you the deposits that I'm getting, right? That is necessary if you really want to be big in this business. Now, some of you might not be able to afford a mining contract today, and that's fine. Let's get you in the first month to $500 a month so that now you're making $500 a month, and then you can get a mining contract set up. But the products need to become part of your everyday environment. They just do, because that's where your belief comes from. And so what we did is we said, look, for the people that get an all-in pack, we're going to let you become part of something special. We're going to put you into what we call as our VIP coaching program. Every Friday we do it. If you can't make it live, it's 11 o'clock Pacific, 2 Eastern. We send out the recordings to those people. By the way, VIPs, I'll get that out this morning, I promise. It's some of the best training, and I'm biased, but it's, in my opinion, some of the best training that you'll receive when it comes to entrepreneurship, mindset, personal philosophy, daily discipline, winning habits, and of the top producers in network marketing. So if you really want to go fast and you want to avoid the pitfalls and trial and errors that most people go through in this industry, you'll be a VIP. And I always tell people, look, you know, the subscription to get on Crypto One is $149, and every one of you should be on at least a subscription. Like you should be on at least some subscription. If you're not on a subscription, you're not even in the business. Like you're standing outside watching the business, but you're not in the business. You need to be on a subscription of some sort. But listen, the only difference is $50. And some people go, well, that's expensive. That's a cost. No, it's not a cost. It's an investment. You need to understand the difference when it comes to wealth building. There's expenses and there's investments. Investments make you money. Expenses cost you money. You need to change your mindset, and you need to start looking at things a little bit differently. And here's what I'll tell you. You go get 3 people, follow the proven plan of success, and it's free. It's free. Some of you guys are on a $149 subscription. You have your 3, and you're getting it free, and you still haven't upgraded to the all-in pack, and it's free. So here's the thing. Is an extra $50 a month worth having someone take you underneath their wing and spoon feed you the critical knowledge that you need to be successful in business? And I would also say to some of you guys that are in the VIP that don't plug in, you're missing out on the training and the education that's going to help you get to the next level. It comes back to number 1, commitment. So get registered on the All Impact. That's part of the 7-day process. And then from there, what do we do for the next 3 weeks? Here it is, right here, 552. 552. Okay, 552. So what does that mean? I'm going to put 5 people in process every day. I'm going to follow up with 5 people. And I'm going to give at least 2 presentations, or at least get 2 people to listen to a presentation. Now that's the goal. You might not always achieve this, but this is the goal. And if you do that 5 days a week, take the weekends off, 2 days off, and you do that for the next 30 days, you'll sponsor somewhere between 5 and 10 people in your business. And if you sponsor 5 or 10 people in your business, you know, let's just say that the average commission on those is you know, $100 averaged out. You're going to make $500 in first order bonuses to $1,000. Plus, you will have hit Business Builder. Business Builder is the goal within the first 30 days. Builder basically means that you now have you've got 3 people that have all placed an order, and you have a minimum of 1,800 in sales volume. So what does that mean? Well, it means that you've helped these people each go get their 3. That you've helped these people each launch properly. You've taught them the system that I'm teaching you, and they now get their product for free. And if you do this, and if all of these were on All Impacts, that's 1,800 in volume. Now, does it have to look like this? No. You could literally have 3 people that all ordered mining contracts and have 1,800 in sales volume and hit Business Builder. But the goal is to get here in the first 30 days. Now, if you do that, guys, think what happened. In the first 30 days, what happened? The first 7 days, you hit generator, your product is free, you rank advanced. What happens? You rank advanced, you got a little bit of credibility. Okay, you said you proved to yourself, I can do this. Send out some text messages, had some conversations, invited people to look at a presentation. I got my 3. I can do this. So your confidence and belief goes up. And then in the first 30 days, you rank advance again to builder. And guess what? Now you're going to get a $500 monthly bonus check because you're a builder, plus the first order bonuses that you get. So now you've made approximately $1,000 in your first month. And guess what? Now you have everything that you need to be successful in network marketing because you have a story. And all you're going to do now is just tell people, listen, you got to take a look at what I'm doing. I sent out a few text messages and I made $1,000 in my first 4 weeks. I got 100% of my initial investment back already. My product is paid for. And you know what? This thing's really working. You should come take a look. That's it, guys. That's your 30-day launch plan. And it sounds simple. You guys are going, gosh, it can't be this easy. It really is easy. It's not simple. Let me back that up. I don't want to use the word easy because business is not easy. It's simple. The process is simple. We overcomplicate it. We way overcomplicate it in our heads right here. This is in between our ears. That's where the problem is. We overcomplicate it. We make rejection bigger than it is. We think that we're busy, but we're really not. We're spending time on Facebook. We tell ourselves we don't have time, but if we prioritize our time, we really do. We tell ourselves we don't have the money to do the all impact, but we really do. It's just priorities and choices. And, if there's a will, there's a way. So we get in our own way and we get in our own way. But here's the thing. If you follow the proven plan of success that we've laid out for you, this is what will happen. And some of you will have more success than this. You will. So you just got to trust the process. No unproven ideas, you guys. No unproven ideas. If you're new, don't deviate from the system. Follow these scripts exactly the way they're written. Follow the texts exactly the way they're written. Follow the strategy exactly the way that it's laid out. And if you're not making 6 figures in residual income in network marketing, there should be no unproven ideas. Your job is to follow the leader. The best leaders, look, leadership is 50% coachability, right? And 50% teachability. So you got to be able to be teachable before you can start coaching others. So the key is following that proven plan of success. We've laid it out for you. We're about a few weeks away, about 3 weeks away from introducing a system that's really going to support you on this and onboarding your new team members. Excuse me. But Lady Di says, my husband still, it says it's not worth it. You know what? At the end of the day, if you have a spouse that's negative or a spouse that's unsupportive or a spouse that doesn't believe or whatever the case might be, you want to know the best way to get a spouse to support you? Anybody know? That's right. Michael Chavez just said it. I'm going to unmute you, Michael. What's the best way to get a spouse to support you?
You've got to show some success. You got to earn some money.
Show them the money.
Show them the money.
That's right. Even my pool guy who's here right now just said, show him the money, and he's out here over here. So listen, that's it. And how do you show him the money? Go do exactly what I just shared.
Go get results.
Go give them the results, you guys. So with that, that's all I've got for you this morning. Hope you guys, something stood out to you today that you needed to hear. Appreciate you guys and everything that you're doing. And let's go out and build it big. Let's build it strong. We started off with an incredible month. This is one of the best starts we've had in network marketing. Don't miss this. Don't miss the boat here. Don't miss the opportunity. You guys have a great opportunity in your hands. Don't overcomplicate it. Follow the system. Implement those 7 C's to success. And I'll see you guys at the top. Okay?
Definitely. Post
Thank
the
you.
training too. I'm going to watch parts of it again.
All right, guys. You guys have a great Saturday. We'll see you soon.